It's the 6th of June, 6 o'clock in the morning. The mist is just dissipating, the sun is rising. We're just outside St Mary Église in Normandy. And the paratroopers of today were on that hill last night. I guess they were remembering their colleagues. And they were having fun themselves. It's good to see. And I will say last night, the 5th, or the 6th should we say, was the coldest of all the nights I've been here. So I'm now at the monument of Fiére Bridge, where the battle took place between the 6th and 9th of June. It was a crucial objective to take the bridge here for the invasion of Normandy. And as a final all-in assault took place at 10:30 on the 9th at the bridgehead here. It was mainly seized by the 82nd Airborne Division with elements of various infantry and tank battalions. And when I read down at the bottom, there was 254 killed, 525 wounded, and I guess that's Americans, so we can only guess how many Germans. Just a few steps away we've got this impressive bronze monument which runs in a panoramic sort of arc from another angle. And what they've done, me and Ross, we were looking at it, and they've draped a parachute over a map in bronze. On the other side, if you look down, you can see all the sort of the harness and everything. It's very clever, isn't it? Some of the detail, you've got the bridge, you've got, I guess, a German fella with his shoulder-mounted rocket launcher, and he's trying to stop a Sherman advancing over that bridge. In the distance they've got the church, which I understand there was fighting over the causeway there. We can see the parachutists coming in. And further along it shows many other parachutists dropping. What impressed me most last night, I guess the 82nd Airborne of today were up here, and you could hear them all having a good time and remembering their honoured veterans from the past. And I must say, I came up here in the morning and there's not a single stone, not a single bit of litter, everything's immaculate. And the same goes to all the soldiers serving from America and Germany and all the other countries that were in St Mary Église last night. It's most impressive. They had all had a good old drink and a sing-along and not a single problem. It was so impressive. I'm with a lieutenant colonel of the US military, and he wants to tell us a little bit about this amazing place from the 82nd Airborne point of view, I guess.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, my name's Michael Turpin. I'm current division chaplain for the 82nd Division. And here where we are standing here at La Fiére is actually where the 82nd Division, when we jumped in that morning, the command post was set up right over in this barn right here at La Fiére Manor. General Gavin, the deputy commanding general, actually when they jumped in, he jumped in with the 507th Parachute Infantry Regiment. And they landed out of place, but on the back side of this field over here. And about 35 of the paratroopers died because this whole area was flooded. And so this was a lake. What we're looking at here was at that time a lake. And but General Gavin landed on the other side where they began to fight their way out because they were surrounded by Germans. But he was able to find his way out, and they fought their way to a railroad that's right behind this hill.
Yeah, we heard, because we camped here last night, we could hear the train running.
Yeah. So in the morning, like this is the morning, they were fighting their way out. They made it to the railroad tracks, and then they came all the way up here, and there's a bridge right up the road here. Yep. And underneath that bridge, they set up their first CP, their command post, and basically it became a casualty collection point for the soldiers. But it was from there that them and the glider riders from the 325th, who landed behind the manor on the other side, these gliders came in and landed, and they came down and seized this manor. And this became, because this was occupied by the Germans. The Germans had actually occupied it just the day before, June 6th. So we don't know why or how they knew about why they came and did it, but they came and occupied this manor. And this became the command post. Well, that morning, this became a strategic road here, because this was the only way that the American Allied forces, as they landed on Utah Beach, had to get to Cherbourg.
Yeah, I understand. Very important.
They absolutely had to get down this road. But there ended up being, like, on that side you had German artillery, on that side you had German artillery, and then here you had tanks coming down with German soldiers behind it. But we ended up getting one company of the, I think it was from, and I could be mistaken here, so don't quote me. But there was an American company that had some artillery here that they were able to take out 3 German tanks here on the road.
Wow.
Which opened the door for a company commander named Saul to take 31 men, and he came and went down this road, and it took him about an hour to get from here over to the church just down the road, about a quarter of a mile on the other side.
So this must be legendary in American history.
You would think more people would know about it. This is probably...
yeah, sorry to interrupt you, sir, but you've got 254 dead
here,
and you've got 350 in a place like Sword Beach.
Yeah.
So it shows you how intense the fighting was.
So it is said that this stretch of road was the bloodiest battle in all one day in the storming of the beaches during D-Day.
Wow.
The numbers I heard, and again I haven't fact checked all this, but the numbers I heard in our staff ride was there were 400 people killed between that house and that church right here trying to secure this road. And Saul took off here with 31 men. Captain Saul and 31 men, and shooting and fighting and going from parachute point to point to point to point, and he made it to the other side with only 12 men left.
Wow.
And apparently after all the fighting was done and all the Americans that ended up coming behind him to secure this road, there were over 400 men killed, both German and American, between here and there.
So I'm very thankful that you and your comrades today come here to remember those great men that died, and you know, this must be an honour for you.
It's very much an honour. People say a lot of like thank yous and treat us, and we're like, you know, we don't deserve this, but it's not us. But I understand they want to show gratitude, and it's very humbling.
Yeah. Well, thanks for your time. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, you're very welcome. You're very welcome.